day's here. Oh man, I couldn't sleep at all. The nerves is just too much right now. But here we go. Shower time first and then plane. I think it's 2 a.m. Hopefully everything goes well because I got another email before I went to bed saying they could cancel at any moment. It was confirmed on Saturday very late, and then now there's a slight chance that Tuesday might not go down the way it's supposed to go down for the interview. So since this interview was on and off and I didn't know when I was actually going, I went to security right now and they said I had 2 different flights because I had canceled it, rebooked it, canceled and rebooked, and they're like, you have 2 flights today. I was like, oh, all right. So I did get another email and another text, and it looks like everything is squared away, but it appears they might not be answering a lot of the questions that I submitted, which is unfortunate. I submitted about 15, 20 questions. I think I'm only getting like 6 answered, but at least it's happening. Right now I feel so awkward filming in the airport because people are staring at me. So I'm gonna go now. My last flight before getting to New York City. This is the earliest I've ever gotten to New York City. It's crazy. I'm always there like super late, but I'm actually gonna get there pretty early, which is kind of funny. So funny sounding. I've never heard sirens sound like that, ever. My smell is marijuana, I guess, in certain areas.
When I got to New York City, I really thought I was going to be going into much cooler weather coming from El Paso, Texas, and it ended up being hotter. It was past 102 along with all the humidity. So I just got completely drenched in sweat. I just made it to the hotel. My BABYMETAL shirt is completely soaked. It's like if I went swimming. That's how humid it is right now. I'm very scared to go out and get something to eat because I don't want to wet another shirt because I only have 1 shirt left. I only brought 3 because I'm only here for a day. So yeah, I'm running out of BABYMETAL shirts quickly. This is, 1 down, 2 to go. All right, that one's for the concert. This one was supposed to be for when I headed home. I might have to wear some wet shirts when I leave. That's gonna be gross. Hopefully this dries quick. I'm gonna do the classic, put the shirt on the AC. At least the AC works. That's the plus. That's the plus. I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, nice little New York hotel. I was expecting smaller. It's actually smaller than the Japanese hotels, or very close to the same. The ceilings are higher, so but about the same width size, I guess. When I was in Japan, believe it or not, I've never stayed in a hotel in New York City. I mean, I'm from New York, but upstate New York is not the same. So I swear everywhere I go it smells like piss. Like in this elevator, it smells like piss right now. Probably wet dog. Today's the day the interview is happening, and it's a little bit different. We're going to be doing it at 9 p.m., which is unusual, so it's right before they go on. So that's pretty cool. We're going to be doing a little bit of backstage access, I guess, for this, which is badass. This bagel menu is huge. So the interview that we did 2 years ago had way more questions, and I feel like we were able to ask a lot more because they weren't under Capitol Records this time. This time around, they're way more strict than that original interview, which is crazy. All right, we're gonna see how good this sucker's bagel is. Really good. All right, so I just got a confirmation that this interview is happening for sure. It is now confirmed. There was a doubt this morning. Joe was going back and forth with Capitol Records and everyone that represents the label and everything. This is way more strict than 2 years ago. by far. If we thought Amuse was really strict, Capitol Records is on a whole other level. They're being very, very, very picky about the interview questions. We only get 6 questions to ask. They only let us do the ones for tour and let us do the ones about the album, which makes sense, but is very particular about what we bring to this show, because obviously they don't want leaked things out on the internet. They don't want people like taking random videos and posting them up on their channel. But here's the kicker. Joe calls me after the text message exchange, and he calls me and he says, hey man, make sure that you don't wear your baby metal gear for the interview because we don't want to spook them. And what he meant by that was he doesn't want a super fan going in there to interview them. Like, they're worried if they see somebody with everything baby metal that they'll be like, this is a little suspicious, and just like shut the whole thing down. So he wants me to go in there very professional, which I have no problem with that. All I have is baby metal gear. That's all I have, and the hat. So Joe's gonna be here in an hour, and now I gotta go find the shirt. Oh, and you know New York is going to be super expensive shirts.
You can still get shirts for $7 in New York City, which is impressive.
We got the shirt finally, so I'm not in nothing but baby metal gear.
Hey guys, what's going on? I don't know. What else?
I'm keeping that in.
So, we're uptown right now. We're heading down to the garden. We got all our contact stuff out of the way. 10,000 emails back and forth.
For real. And that's plus text messages. Or not either.
And yeah, not including all the text messages.
Yeah.
And
I started getting blasted with them this morning.
I was just like, holy crap. I'm so excited, man. I can't even tell you. This is going to be a blast. We got full access VIP. So that means we'll be wandering around backstage. Of course, the interview with Baby Metal. Yes. We're going to see how much of the show they're actually going to let us shoot. For those people that don't know, Madison Square Garden is one of those places where it is heavily union. All right. So you can't blow your nose in there without a union guy having to wipe it for you. So it's going to be tricky, but we do have all access, and we should be able to get into the photo pit.
And the other thing is too, we have to tell them exactly what we're bringing in, like down to the tripod, right? How many tripods? They literally got a text message. So how many tripods are you bringing? I'm like, oh, Joe, like, can I bring my tripod? No, I cannot. Only certain tripods can be in there.
Right. So I had to give them an equipment list. So, and everything needs to be battery powered.
What's the reason for battery power only?
Because to plug something in is a union job. So
You're kidding.
We would have to pay an electrician to come in and plug in a light.
That's so ridiculous. Wow.
Welcome to the big city. If you turn on a light switch, you can't even turn on a light switch. The electrician has to come in and turn the light switch on.
But that's wild. Okay, that makes sense why it's all battery powered. The last interview we did with them, I froze and didn't ask any questions. This time I'm going to. 2 years later, they're at Madison Square Garden. It looks like it's a pretty booked show.
Madison Square.
Headlining. So we're hoping this is a special show. We're going to get some extra stuff, I hope. Who knows? We don't know.
You can confirm that you're going to be playing your song with Baby Metal tonight.
Hey, this goes out after.
Well, this is going to come out afterwards, so they're not going to know. Yeah, you're not going to.
It's great. Yeah, this comes after the performance, so I mean, yes, we will be performing tonight.
Alan had to go buy some clothing because we got to look professional. So,
I got my black shirt. $7. Pretty impressed. I found a $7 shirt in New York City, and I got a hotel room for $120 a night. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
I brought my cheapness from El Paso with me.
Yeah, really. When you told me you paid $120 for the hotel for a night, I go, where are you staying? Deepest, darkest Harlem? I mean, what the hell? And he's like, Central Park West. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That's some of the highest priced real estate in the city.
All right, shout out to Janine. She's the one who made this happen. She got me the hotel. So thank you,
Janine.
Thank you. She made all this happen. The airline, the hotel, the last minute changes. We made about how many changes? Like 5 different changes for this interview. And there's been changes already today. There already had changes today.
It's unbelievable. When did we start going back and forth? When did you buy your ticket originally? On Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay, so on Thursday. And you go, I'm just buying it. And then I'm like, Alan, they're not getting back to me. It's not looking good. Because we were supposed to maybe do it at Capitol Records on Monday.
Yeah.
So that's why Alan was going to fly in early, because we would be doing the interview at Capitol Records. Well, through some manipulation or whatever, they said, no, that's not going to happen. That's a day off for them. So they're just going to, chill and do city stuff. So now maybe we'll make it happen on Tuesday, day of the show. Great. Alan, change your flight.
Poor Janine. I mean, he would tell me, and then I would text her like, "Hey, can you change the flight?" She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." and then no, and then I canceled my flight on Saturday, and then he literally called me shortly after we canceled.
We're here.
Seeing Baby Metal again. Yep. We're here.
Seeing Baby Metal at Madison Square Garden. So how's the tour going so far?
Yeah.
Amazing. It's going on like a blur. I don't even know how many dates we've played, but it just feels like a lot and less at the same time, if that makes sense. It's very exciting to play in front of a huge crowd every night and just get so much love from every city. So amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the jet lag treating you now?
Jet lag is better. I can now sleep at like
Dallas, right?
Yeah. Dallas. I was up till like 5. I was like, why can I not sleep? Like, really do something and just operating on like 3 hours. But now I sleep around 12. Like, as soon as it's done, shower, sleep.
So you did sound check already in here.
Yep.
How does it sound?
Massive. I'm very excited. I hope we get. I mean, this is the first time I'm like, hey, why aren't we playing fast enough? Why is it 7:30 and not 7 p.m. like every night? But it sounds massive.
How big a deal is it for you to be playing Madison Square Garden?
A very big one. I mean, I don't know how many other Indian artists, especially who've come out like us, who've done majority of it independently, and then now we're getting to play here. And now the next goal is to headline this place. That is what I'm thinking of. That's what I've been thinking of. Like, it will be very great to just headline. We're really glad that Baby Metal actually gave us this opportunity to come along with them, and we get to, get new people come over and listen to our music. And that's what a lot of new comments are like, hey, saw you in Tampa, that was great, now you've got a new fan. So this is what it is all about, and it's really good opportunity, and thank you Baby Metal for doing that for us.
How was it playing on stage with them? That was the first time playing with them on stage. So how was that experience with Baby Metal?
Very nerve-wracking, but today I'm more practiced, so I think today it will be better. Let's hope for the best, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll be the judges of that, honestly, if it's better or not.
We'll hear it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I get to catch this because I saw the Tampa footage. We talked about it on our podcast, and all the fans were like, Tampa's so lucky. I'm like, I have a feeling they're going to do it in New York City because it's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can't wait to see how this is going to compare to like doing it out there.
It's good. It's going to be great, honestly. I'm just going to keep myself calm rather than getting nervous every time. That's all. Yeah.
Did you have any interactions with Alex Terrible?
Yeah, he's a very chill dude as well. I mean, I just said hi to him because he was already busy, but like, he seems like a very chill dude. He just like got up, shook my hand, really nice. In fact, the guitar player was there as well. So the band is genuinely like the cool people, Wow. But we had a very limited interaction, but whatever we had, it was very nice to just.
That's awesome.
Meet him.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. So
and hopefully you'll enjoy.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just film us struggling and get it out of here. On the Wild Champ, we made it out. We made it out. All right, we just saw BABYMETAL in New York City. Hey, you just start off because my head. It's been such an up and down day for me.
Dude, we're struggling right now just in the sense that it's been 100 degrees out for the entire fucking day. And we just came out and it's still 97 degrees out and it's 11:30 at night.
Yeah, it was so hot that we're like, fuck filming in front of the building like I did for the Irving show in Dallas or in Texas. We were like, we're in the Fox truck though. While he's editing, the BABYMETAL interview behind us while we're talking.
Yeah, so let's start with that. So you got a chance to talk to them for a little while.
Got a chance to talk to them. The greatest moment for me out of the whole interaction was that they remembered who I was.
Yeah, that's nice.
Sue and Moa did. I don't think Momo did, but Sue did and Moa did.
Was Momo even an official member of the band?
Yeah, we interviewed him 2 years ago.
Okay. But I think that was still during when they were like, is she gonna be the part?
No, she was official.
She was official at that point. But I know what you mean. She didn't do Metal E yet. She didn't have that song yet, but that was when she was official.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Who knows? Let us know, chat. It was 2 years ago. They did?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
They did metal.
They did? Maybe it is. Is it that old?
I don't know, man. I don't know. My time frame is...
The sun has fried our brains, and we're...
it's getting a little late now.
So, everything that could go possibly wrong with setting up the interview did. We had, it was going to happen, it wasn't going to happen, it's going to happen, it wasn't going to happen. And then on the day of, they're like, oh, you can't ask 6 questions, you can ask 5 questions, then you can ask 6 questions. And then we got there to ask the questions, and then it was 5 again. Right. And then we started, and they looked at us like we were missing a question because we were able to do 6. So it was one of those interviews. So the whole point of this interview was to have them speak in English.
Right.
So
we actually talked about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago, where like with all the collabs and them trying to adjust to the West and stuff like that, we noticed they were doing a lot more English interviews, just like in general.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they actually decided to go that route.
It's just, I'm sorry, some of the fans that really wanted some more intricate questions, trust me, we had them.
Yeah.
We had them. They just didn't want to do that.
But, there's limits at this point, so it's like they've got to be able to answer the questions that they can answer in English, right?
Yep. So. But the future looks bright for maybe or possibly future interviews with other people or us or somebody that is going to be more elaborate English interviews. I think it's building to that.
Yeah, I mean they're getting better at it too. This was the best that Sue's ever sounded just on the stage, speaking in English. Yeah, she sounded almost fluent in some of the parts that she was talking.
No, Sue was legit. She was good.
Yeah.
So, Chance's initial reaction to the show. Do you remember what you said to me or yelled to me while we were watching them play?
When I was sitting in the back by myself, or after I actually met up?
Well, we'll talk about that after. When he finally met up with me in the front, he was like, holy shit, this is way better than the first time.
Yeah. You know what it was? What really got me, what made me really happy was it was live as fuck. The other one, it was live. There was clearly a backing track underneath when they were doing vocals and stuff like that. The most impressive part was Sue was just there were parts where you couldn't hear any backing track at all. Just straight up live to the point where, I even looked at you at one point and I was like, well, that was live because it was totally out of pitch, one of the notes that she hit. But in the best fucking way, because I was so happy that it was that live.
And there was, I can't remember which song where she does a little bit of a solo vocal line and it's changed. She's singing it differently.
It was karate.
It was karate.
It was during the chorus. She was leaving little blanks. Yeah. In between the first note and the second note that she was singing. Yeah. And I think it was just basically so that she could say, hey, check out how different this is. This is a live version.
Yeah, because there was a clip circulating saying that she was lip syncing, and we had talked about it on the podcast where like there's a difference between lip syncing and having a backing track and she's singing over it. So you could tell that she did more pauses and wrote a resistance. I felt like it was like a fuck you, like I am singing.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I don't know who's setting up their shit, right?
You
Like
don't
the
know.
sound for them, if it's like their team or if it's the MSG people. Because this was at MSG, by the way, in New York City and Manhattan. And I really think that the vast majority of this stuff was about as live as I've ever seen any Baby Metal stuff like from any of their videos.
Yeah.
You know, just on
Hey,
YouTube
you're
and stuff
distracting
like
us.
that. Sorry.
Hold on, we're talking.
I'm sorry. I'm a little excited.
We're looking at a still image of Moa smiling at the camera right now, and that was very cute. It is hard to pay attention. She's so pretty now.
Now, always.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's an adult now.
See, she totally recognized us.
Yeah, she did. She definitely looks like she did.
And then,
all right, this is going to make for bad content.
This is gonna make for a very bad comment.
We're doing a reaction video.
We're reacting to something that you guys can't see.
Yeah. Well, you will eventually see some of this. I mean, there's a bunch of, basically, it's Vax. You know what? We can talk about the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not like that's going to be part of it anyway.
They can't see it
So we're just
anyways.
watching them walk in right now to the back of the dressing room, and like the makeup people are kind of like just messing with their hair and stuff like that. Moa is really pretty.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Way more prettier in person.
Yeah, seriously.
And then I always forget how tiny they are.
Yeah, okay. So, hey, Joe, how tall are you?
Face.
How tall are you, Joe?
5'11".
5'11"? Okay, yeah. So you got a good 6 inches over the tallest one, I would say.
Sue's face fits in the palm of my hand. I swear.
So tiny.
She's so tiny. I feel like she gets tinier. When I saw her 2 years ago, I don't remember them being this little.
So they're shrinking.
They're shrinking.
They need to maintain that baby status, right? So like, they got to do something. As they age up, they've got to at least shrink down, you know? But yeah, okay, so this is pretty cool. Yeah, so we're watching them just get prepared and they're laughing and stuff.
This interview is so bittersweet for me because they didn't allow us to do photos, you know? And yeah, so I told myself I'm going to not walk away from this Baby Metal concert with a regret. And I fucking feel like I'm going to have that lingering in my head. Damn it, I didn't get the photo. But,
But there's nothing you can do.
I know. They
said
did
no, they
not
said
let
no.
us do it for some reason. Joe just fucking did it anyways. But
I go, Sue.
well, we weren't supposed to. I didn't want to ruin future relationships, so, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyways, back to the show.
One of the other things I loved about this one was because they are about to release a new album and half the songs were new tracks.
Yes, a lot of them.
So we've seen them before. I knew when we went to see them, 2 years ago in New York City last time, I knew all those songs for like years. You know what I mean? I had heard them a million times.
Yeah.
This one, there were like 3 or 4 songs that I've only heard within the last couple months for the first time.
Yeah.
So it was actually awesome to see those live for the first time. Song 3, I want to pull up the actual list. I had
Here,
it
we
pulled
saw
up here for
song
a second.
3, you saw Con, which you haven't seen yet, and then you got to see, what was the other one? But hey, when they were doing
Ratatata.
yeah, Ratatata, you
And
saw
From Me to You.
So the cool thing was these are all the songs that we just recently reacted to, so seeing them live immediately is just awesome. Metal E was played again, and yes, Metal E was in that show 2 years ago. Yeah. Now that it's coming back.
Yeah, so let's break this down because Papaya, again, they didn't play F-Hero's part.
They did not play F-Zero.
We should start calling him F-Zero. Just
F-Zero.
because I feel like he's not a hero anymore because he's not one of that shit. He's a zero now.
Do you think it has
he
anything
went from
to
hero
do?
to zero.
Do you think it has anything to do with him though? It probably has something.
Yes,
to do with
I think it. Well, that's man.
Oh, hey. Wait, sometimes they're under contract.
I guess, but
Maybe once he gets
listen,
under
man,
contract, he'll.
maybe I'm just talking because I'm not a famous person. But if I was a famous person and I had the management team and they were like, we're not going to let you do that, I'd be like, no, you're going to let them do that because you're working for me.
Well, if I was in his position, I would be a fan of Baby Metal. If I had my brain in his position, I'm a super fan of Baby Metal. So I'm going to be like, keep my fucking vocals on that track no matter what you do. I don't care how much money I'm I'm losing. I don't give a fuck.
Right?
You leave my voice on that track.
This is a song that they're playing on every show.
Yeah, don't
They
take
play
me
it
out.
on every
You got a
show.
point. Like, why would anyone
That
want
is such a bad idea. Like, even if it's the management company that's deciding we're not going to do this, that's a terrible decision.
It is. Hey, you're
Because,
right.
because
It's totally
you're
terrible.
losing out on so much press. Exactly. It's just ridiculous to do that. And I understand. It's the same thing with the YouTube people. They're like, we're going to block your video instead of taking the copyright. It's no. Just like copyright our videos and then take the money so we can give you the promotion. Don't block it so nobody can see it. That makes no sense.
But anyway, so we start off with the classic, you know, Baby Metal Death.
Which
Yep.
right away, I gotta say, right away, that was like the first line of the song. I was like, holy shit, this is 100% live. 'Cause that whole song, like I sat there just listening to her like the whole time. I was just like, I was probably like on the edge of my seat, like just like, analyzing. And I can't hear a backtrack. It's definitely not lip synced because there were definitely some notes that were off. And it just, by the end of the song, I was just like, I can't believe that they like actually are. It was just, I'm just surprised because I've seen so many concerts, live concerts that are like posted on YouTube and stuff where you hear the backtrack, it's too loud. And we've talked about this K-pop groups and stuff too. And
don't get me wrong, they might have had a little bit here and there, but it's super low in volume. They don't put it that loud. And it's mainly effects, not a lead backing track.
Exactly.
It's effects
like
backing track.
It's like the effects tracks that were already on the track in the first place.
The point is, you feel more connected when you hear the real vocals.
Oh my
in
God,
my
so much
opinion,
better.
compared to Black Veil Brides, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but that come up before them, it's totally their lead vocals are way ahead of the real vocals.
Yeah, so that was another thing, and that's so weird to me. I mean, just do that comparison. We're talking about like a metalcore band that they're just like a regular band, right?
Yeah,
They're coming out there and they're using a backtrack that's too loud, and it's noticeable to us. And then you've got Baby Metal, who's like an idol band, technically, right? And they're coming out and they're fucking belting these notes.
They're belting the notes, dude, if you didn't miss Bloodywood, you would have heard a drastic difference. Bloodywood
did hear some Bloodywood.
You did hear some?
Because,
I thought you missed.
well, they came.
Oh yeah, they came out. They showed up
for the.
He unfortunately missed Bloodywood.
Yeah, I thought Black Veil Brides was gonna go on first, so I came late intentionally. But fucking Bloodywood went on first, and then I had to sit through Black Veil Brides.
You didn't listen during our podcast.
I thought they were gonna switch it back and forth. I thought
that's what I thought too. That's what I thought too.
This time.
That's what I thought
Plus,
too. What they did.
I looked it up online. Well, I shouldn't have done this. I asked ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, hey, what's the order for the Baby Metal show tonight? And after they told me that Bloodywood was going to be right before Baby Metal, I was like, oh, I trust you, buddy. Thanks.
Well, it was right before Baby Metal, kind of. I mean, kind of accurate.
Right before, as in 2 bands before, maybe. And listen, I don't even want to shit on Black Veil Brides because
they're amazing.
I'll be honest,
guitarists.
they were, the instrumentalists were really good, like surprisingly good. I was thrown off by it.
But didn't you notice like all the choruses were the same, almost?
I kind of dug the choruses though, because that was like it took me back.
I mean, you like From Me to You chorus. That's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty,
it's got the
same vibe.
It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
It's very death.
My favorite song, like coming out of the new stuff, is Con, like 100%. I cannot wait.
But they didn't play that one, right?
Yeah, they did.
When?
They played it. Da, 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 da.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they played
I don't remember.
when the guys from Bloody would come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know the name of the song. Oh, that was actually sick.
I
No, that
love
was
that song,
that was one
dude.
of the better ones.
I love
think
that one.
if I were to look at like the list, see, it's so funny because last time that we went, Papa Ya and BXMXC.
Oh, that's right. BMC and Papa Ya hit hard.
Okay, so I'm actually, yeah, exactly. So last time I remember coming out of that show thinking like, well, I didn't really like either of those songs, but live they were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And this show, they like took a back seat to a lot of the new
Because all the new ones are so great.
The new ones are good.
They're great.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing, dude, people, listen, I'm sorry, Baby Metal fans that have been around from the beginning and don't love the new stuff, the new stuff is awesome. It might be their best stuff.
It's top notch, man.
From Me to You, when that came on, I love.
It sounded so good.
It
sounds so
worked
good.
so well. I don't know. Live, for some reason, it hit really hard, especially the chorus, because it's so heavy during the verses, and then when the chorus comes up, you actually want to sing along with it.
Yeah, BABYMETAL is one of those bands that they have perfected the collaboration. Think about this. They've been coming out with so many bangers with collaborations. How many artists can pull that off when they do collaborations? Sometimes we hear other collaborations with other bands that are just not as good.
Yeah.
But it feels like all of these songs are like singles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they are. They
made music videos for all of them. That's true. They all feel like, I mean, Metal Lee, I don't really consider too much because Morello's at the end, you know, but the other ones, like, they're hits. Metal Lee was even like a hit in my head, you know, just how catchy it is.
It was like the pre-release single that was like before the other pre-releases.
Dude, every single song was catchy. That's kind of wild. Every song was catchy.
Yeah.
I can't think of a BABYMETAL song that we're like, oh, that's not catchy.
Let's see.
Like, everyone.
Yeah, no.
Maybe not BABYMETAL Death, because that's just an intro to Metal.
Yeah, but it was awesome. It was so good.
It was so good.
That was my favorite performance of that
But
song.
I appreciate they coming out with Megasune, right? Which is my all-time favorite song by BABYMETAL. And then they did Poppy on BMC together, which was crazy.
Yeah, so that was the other thing. It felt like some of the songs were shorter, and then I realized that they actually were.
Yeah.
They were cutting some parts out of them. But that's okay. I didn't need to hear the
Well, no. I think what you're thinking of is they played the full songs, but they didn't have the long intros like last year. They had longer, like, in-betweens, I think.
Maybe.
I think so. I don't know. They still play the full ones, but Metal Lee, they did the Kami Band. I still think the Kami Band needs a better intro. To be honest with you, though, the Kami Band was better in Irving, in my opinion. Irving, Texas, they fucking crushed it. This one, I didn't feel as impactful.
What, the solo part? Or?
Yeah, when they were playing by themselves. No, they were just as good. No, it was just as good.
I actually agree with what you were saying. Like, they were good, don't get me wrong. I just didn't think that they did anything where I was like, oh, well, that...
I want to go back to what they used to do, where it was like legit spectacular. I don't know, like a show, you know, with the Kami Band, where they get up more on the stage or something, move. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, man, imagine if I was in the Kami Band, you don't even have to move around. I'd be so
They
bored.
do, because that's the other thing. They just stand there. They just stand there.
That'd be so boring for me. I have to move.
I will
as a
say,
guitar
they changed a lot in Road of Resistance.
They changed a lot.
I don't know if it was intentional, guitar work wise. There were like a lot of parts I was like, I expected it to do something, right? That's probably my favorite BABYMETAL song, so I know that one probably better than the rest of them.
Yeah.
So like, I'm waiting for certain things to happen, and they definitely threw in new parts during that song.
Like newer leads?
Yeah, different leads and stuff like that. I don't know if I liked them better than the originals, but it was nice to hear like just something a little bit fresh.
For me, nothing's better than when Mikio was in the band. I don't know, like that for me was...
We're never gonna get that.
That's Road of Resistance peak right there.
R.I.P. my friends.
Yeah.
The songs that had collabs on them, they did Song 3, Con, Metal Lee, Ratata, and From Me to You. Damn, they did fucking 5 songs
They did
with
5 collabs.
Out of 13, that's a lot. That's almost half. So, and the only ones that we actually had the collaborators here for was Con, right?
Yeah.
So the rest of them,
Which was funny, by the way. We ran into Jayon outside. I'm like, Jayon, he's away! Went up to him, and then like I just talked to him, and then Joe hands him a Fox mic. Oh, let's do an interview right now.
Joe's always ready to go.
Gotta be ready, man.
Yeah, but yeah. So my biggest thing was when going into this, I was concerned like how are they going to do all the collabs? I knew like the idea of how they do them, but how are they going to come across live?
Yeah,
right. Without having the actual people there.
Someone's calling.
Yeah,
someone's calling, Jeff.
We're getting a phone call.
We're getting a phone. Angela's calling you.
Oh, it's Sue Metal.
Hey, Sue.
What's up, girl? Okay, so back to that. So yeah, I was like kind of concerned, like what's it going to be like, you know, without actually having the collaborators there.
Yeah.
And I'll say, I had no beef with it at all.
That's great.
I think it worked out well, especially the Electric Callboy one. That one is the one where probably the collaborator has the most, like he does like full verses.
Well, yeah, because that was BABYMETAL X Electric Callboy. It wasn't like a feature and like that. The other ones I think were features, weren't they? I'm not sure.
Not
how they
the Poppy one. The Poppy one is also them together.
But it worked. It worked.
Actually, no, they're all like that. Look at that.
They're all like that?
Yeah, they're all like
They're all
hard
X.
songs.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, because even the Slaughter Prevail one, that's Slaughter to Prevail playing in the original recording, but Commie Band's playing it live. And Commie Band doesn't do all the pinch harmonics that you hear in the original with Slaughter to Prevail.
Right.
That was still cool. I still wish I got to see it with Alex Terrible screaming.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I love his screams.
I agree, but I do think that they did a really good job of making it not seem like we were missing those people. Like, I'm thinking about the Poppy one because that was towards the end. The From Me to You, like, she's got a whole section where she just screams herself, and they just doing it live. They just replaced that kind of with light show and dance moves and stuff like that. So that while she's doing that over the recorded part, you still have like new things to focus on.
What was the song where they're just like dancing for a while in the intro? I can't remember which one it was. Was it Metal? No, it wasn't Metally. One of them, like for the intro, they just
dance a lot, man.
Yeah, which one were they dancing for? All of them?
I'd be honest with you, though.
What?
All right, so Give Me Chocolate came on at 10. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't care to hear it. That was the song that got me into them, and I've watched like 100 reactions to it. By the time we got to that, I was like, they have a lot better songs now. I didn't need to hear that anymore. Then Karate came on, and I was like, this one's still awesome.
Dude, every time I hear Karate, I go back in time to the first time I heard it. Every time I think of, I somehow think about my reaction. Because I'll never forget when that riff came in. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting when I first heard it. And I was like, I just remember, like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Like, this is the sickest riff I've ever heard.
Cool music video too. Yeah, I love that one. That's I don't know.
I love that they chose Karate. Like, out of all the songs, they kept Karate in there.
They're keeping it in there, exactly.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It's nice because they have a lot of other options that they could have gone through if they really wanted to. They can't not play Give Me Chocolate, obviously, even though I'm kind of sick of it at this point. Like, they have to play it. It's their debut hit single, right? Like,
I wonder if they're sick of it.
Definitely. Bro, I'm telling you, I took some videos of them playing that, and I can guarantee you can see the boredom on their faces. You can see the boredom on their faces. They're like, let's get to the next song, which is From Me to You. And then they're going to do Karate, and then they're going to do Road of Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a 3-part encore at these shows, apparently. Which
it's not really an encore. They take a break and come back out on stage.
Yeah, whatever. Encores haven't been encores since the 70s, really.
Yeah. I mean, Japanese bands don't even do encores for the most part. I know Bandmate would never do one. BABYMETAL's never really done one. They say it's an encore, but they're always going to come play it.
Definitely did an encore.
They didn't do an encore.
They did the last show.
They did?
What would they do as an encore?
I forget what they came out and they did.
I don't remember them doing an encore.
I can't even think of a song.
You're talking about when I was here?
No, when I went with Ryan.
Oh, with Ryan? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a song that they would use as an encore. I guess We Love Sweets could be the only one, really.
Which, by the way, I'm interviewing Hanabe in fucking 12 hours.
Alan and I have had very busy days today.
Very busy days. He started off his concert experience in front of a speaker, or your view blocked by a speaker.
I did have some obstructed view, unfortunately.
And then Joe somehow found a random row that nobody was booked for. I guess they forgot to sell those tickets.
Yeah, Alan comes up to me and he goes, yeah, there's like a whole row here that's not taken. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, that means there's like 4 or 5 seats that nobody's sitting in. And I got there.
Literally
0 people in the row. Everybody in the row before and after it were full. Just nobody in this one row.
They must have not have sold the tickets for that row.
Dude,
they had to be.
I don't know. Or maybe like
or somebody bought them and they couldn't resell them.
Or there's like a family that was like on their way here and they like fell off a cliff and everybody died.
Wow, that got dark quick.
I was thinking of Billy Madison. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
Wow, okay.
Hey, there she is. I'm taking a picture of your picture. I need to.
Look at Sue's face.
Keep this as my.
Sue's like, what?
Yes, Sue does look.
She's like, what the fuck is Joe asking me?
He's just like, why are you taking a picture?
What is Joe asking me? I'm trying not to laugh. Concert was great. I do have one regret.
What's that?
I wasn't in the fucking pit, dude.
Yeah.
I can't, guys.
They did have a real pit, by the way. They separated it, although what we expected happened again, which was that the people in the front didn't want to move move out of their fucking positions, so they couldn't do the full parting of the seas. So they could only part it into a circle.
Thought about that. Yeah, they're being fucking.
That's what I was thinking about last. I didn't say that on the podcast. I was thinking about it. I might not have said it. But I was like, that's probably what's happening. They just don't want to lose their spot.
So it will never.
It's the last song. It's the last fucking song.
That's a good point too. What the fuck? You made me understanding and pissed off all within 30 seconds. I was like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Wait. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's still bullshit.
Yeah. I'm watching her do it, and because we're right behind the pit at this point, right?
We're yelling split.
Yeah. We're like split.
We're like split.
Yeah. Because we're right behind where that is. We're right dead center at this point, a few rows back, and she's going like this, and you can see them just slowly circle around. And some people are helping others get to where they want, but the people that are in the front, they won't even turn around. They won't even look at it.
They don't even want to make eye contact.
Because they know people are going to be like, hey guys, come on, let's do this.
They don't want to feel guilty. They don't want to feel guilty.
Yeah. Those motherfuckers. Yeah.
But you got a good point. It's the last fucking song.
It's the last song.
And it's near the end of the song.
Yes.
It's not even the beginning. It's we're more than halfway. We're 75% through. Fucking give up your spot.
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit? Just stay in the pit until the song's over. And then we're done. But it was better than the whatever video we saw last time that you guys showed me, where it was like they barely even tried. These guys tried. Everybody that was not in the very front tried.
We didn't have much of a pit here, though. This was 3 times smaller than the Irving show.
Well, the venue was small. Yeah.
I thought Madison, well, it's the theater of Madison.
It's the theater, yeah. So this was not Madison Square Garden proper. This was the theater at Madison Square Garden, which is actually a 2,000 person venue.
Sorry, Irving, Texas was better. That venue was better.
See, I didn't see that, so I disagree. This one was better. See, there you go. Joe agrees.
Hey, I'm from New York. No, I wasn't feeling
Although it was pretty obvious that it was small. I will say that, it was noticeably small, and I was just thinking, can't Baby Metal, actually play at regular MSG at this point?
No.
I mean, they fucking sold out the Tokyo Dome 2 nights in a row. That's 110,000 people.
Hey, there's a lot of people, and there's some B-roll showing up on there somewhere, but there's a lot of people. What's
Madison Square Garden hold? 18K?
For a concert, 22.
I mean, even that, I feel like they could have done 15K there.
But there was a whole row empty.
That's true. And a lot of the back was empty, too.
Wait, how much did the theater hold?
It's 2,000.
It's 2,000?
Yeah.
That's it?
Oh, it's 5,600 before production is added. I was looking this up before. That's 2,000 for concert.
So Irving was bigger then?
No.
Yeah, Irving was bigger. And
they could definitely do better than 2,000. No doubt about it.
Seeing the footage, though, looks really cool with all the people in the seats, and it makes it look bigger than it is. I just can't believe Irving was bigger. That's crazy. Yeah, because we had a whole pit area filled, all the seats were full, and then behind us in the field was full for the Irving show. That was crazy.
But they advertised this is sold out.
I'm sure it was sold out.
Yeah, it probably was. Just
because there's a row of people.
People were trying to sell out the tickets. Well, every venue sells out anyways these days.
Yeah, but that's the thing. What I'm saying is, a lot of the times these bands or anything like that, any kind of concert, will limit where they're going because they want to sell out, because it sounds better if you sell out. But they could do better than 2,000 people, 100%. In New York?
Yeah, I think so.
They could. They could have moved up to.
You could say sold out, but there was so many tickets for resale online.
Yeah,
because I got you a ticket, no problem.
See, this is what I was saying before. Also, they've been around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not hard to see Baby Metal anymore.
Yeah,
5 years ago we were they come around. You gotta go see them.
Yeah.
When are they going to come back next?
Yeah.
Now they're here all the time.
I think the November 1st show will be LA. So
we asked them about that.
Make sure you guys, support us on Patreon. We're trying to get the whole podcast there, and we're gonna set up a live podcast before and after the show. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have an audience.
I'm gonna start walking right now.
I mean, yeah, a few months.
You got a few months. How long does it take to walk to California?
We're gonna champ there. All right?
It's cross country, bro. There's nowhere that I could go that's actually further than that. That's still.
Have you ever been to LA?
No, California is actually one of the few places I haven't been in the country.
Yeah,
the farthest I've gone is Texas.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, I've been in Nevada. I've been in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's pretty fucking far.
Yeah, that's as
You're
far.
damn close. I thought you were gonna say, where do we go for BABYMETAL?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I thought that was gonna be your farthest.
Nah.
Right downtown.
I played at the South by Southwest Festival in Austin.
Okay.
With my old band Rose Riot. Don't check them out. I don't even know if they exist anymore.
Rose Riot.
I was playing
That
bass.
sounds like a band that used to like Guns N' Roses.
No, they were emo. They were really emo. And I played bass for them, and it was never again. Never again. I still remember one time I wore a bandana on stage, and they were like, dude, that doesn't really fit our aesthetic. And I was like, you could suck my dick. You guys asked me to come on tour with
That's
you.
not very emo of you.
You needed a bassist. I'm not going to wear what you want me to wear. What kind of punks are you? Like, what is this?
So overall, way better than last time, I think. The last time in New York.
I'm gonna say yes. Like I do think that I like Death Clock better than I liked Black Veil Bride.
Both make me yawn and go to bed.
Death Clock at least had a show though. They had the whole show.
I don't like Death Clock.
I know you didn't like it. I don't get it though,
It's
because
so
you're all about
boring.
the
It's all
pomp and
the same.
circumstance. And they had a lot of pomp and circumstance.
It's so boring. It's so boring. It's just the same gargling cock the whole time.
Do any of you cock garblers know if that is an accurate sound?
Joe?
I'm not sure.
You know.
I've never tried. Don't know the sounds.
Oh man.
I will say that I think I enjoyed the BABYMETAL part of this more, for sure.
BABYMETAL is a
Just for the live vocals.
You don't understand how much I'm looking forward to the LA show, if anything, because it's just BABYMETAL.
So who's?
I think I'm done with openers. I don't fucking know, actually.
Do you know what venue that?
Oh no, we just said Intuit Dome.
Intuit Dome. So wait, you're telling me that they couldn't go to MSG proper, but they're going to go to the Intuit Dome? Intuit Dome holds way more.
Well, it's LA though.
It's LA.
It's LA. It's closer to Japan.
Yeah, it's close to Japan.
18,000. It's like the same shit.
Yeah.
Like they could have done it. And it's New York City though. I mean,
It's
we're talking about
farther
Los
away.
Angeles
It's
and New
farther
York
away.
City. These are the two biggest.
New York is farther
They're the two
from
most
Japan.
popular cities. People are traveling from Japan to see them. Who cares?
But this show they will.
Yeah.
Oh, people from
For the
Japan
LA
are
one?
definitely going to LA.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna see Japanese people there.
They're making a
100%.
Who are we? How exotic.
We'll see all the Japanese fans there for sure.
All right, yeah.
It's
but
gonna be a good
It
show.
was good. And hey, if we could get over to that one, if I could get over to that one, I will.
It's gonna happen. He's a pessimist. I'm an optimist. It's gonna happen.
Somebody buy me a ticket.
He will.
And a plane ticket, and find me housing, and maybe buy
You're
me
gonna be
food.
staying with us. We're gonna do what we did last time. We're all gonna get a place.
Super
There we go.
Yeah, we're all gonna sleep in a bathtub.
Podcast in the bathroom.
It's gonna be
Made me wanna go
you,
west.
you, Shade, and me. We're just gonna, rent one bathtub. Shade will love that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
ditched us today.
Yeah.
I mean, he lives in Texas.
He lives in.
So do
Yeah.
you, Alan?
I know.
Yeah, but Alan he's not beholden to any location. He just travels the world as he pleases.
Yeah. I'm from New York, anyways.
That's true. This is your abode, your home
Yeah.
abode. Yes.
I feel culture shock coming to New York is hilarious, which I was never before. I've been living in El Paso so long.
I mean, it is
I
very
forget,
different right
it's
now.
different from everywhere else.
To be fair, everything is rainbow where we're looking right now.
I know.
So we're actually
Everything is rainbow.
It looks very different. New York tonight looks so different just because everything is rainbow right now.
What is going on?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pride stuff.
But every building is.
Yeah, and it's wild how many buildings are actually lit up. We're talking about every one around here.
Right.
Right? What is this building? I don't even know what it is, but it's all colorful.
I don't.
I think this is a library.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
see y'all in the next one.
Yeah.
We got a lot more stuff coming. You remember, podcast Sunday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, every Sunday. We never miss it, right?
do that,
Never.
We actually have.
We try to miss it, but we don't.
No, we have.
We were about to miss last Sunday, we didn't.
We're like 100% right now.
Yeah.
Success rate.
100% reliable as of now. So make sure you catch it while we're still reliable.
Word.
See you next one. See you.
Peace.
See